Lady Fidelia shrugged helplessly. "As you wish, my lady." With a dip of her head, she took off for the stables. Nell stomped into her dressing room, her blood still boiling. She began flinging pieces of clothing out into the bedchamber. "Men," she raved. "It's no wonder Eldurth is in such a state. I'll show him whose heart is too soft. The world could do with a bit of softening, if you ask me." She turned and nearly tripped over a pile of clothes. "What the—" Just then Minna zipped into the dressing room, proudly carrying the skirt Nell had just flung out. She dropped it at Nell's feet and switched her tail excitedly. Nell smiled in spite of herself. "I'm not playing fetch, Minna," she said. "I'm trying to pack." "Graw," said Minna, looking so disappointed that Nell picked up a shoe and tossed it for her. "Thrum," sang Minna, darting after the shoe. Nell gathered up the pile of clothes Minna had collected and carried it out to her bed. She paused in front of the painting of her mother. It smiled for her. "Did you know of these injustices, Mother?" she asked. "How did you tolerate them?" Clunk! A shoe bounced off her head and landed on the floor. Nell looked up and saw Minna hovering above her. "Very funny," she said. Nell dropped the clothes onto the bed, and Minna scooped up the shoe and added it to the pile. Absent-mindedly, Nell tossed it for Minna to fetch again. A knock came on the door. "Princess?" It was Lady Fidelia. "Yes, come in," said Nell. Lady Fidelia entered. "The dragon will be ready when you are, Princess," she said. But what?" asked Nell. "Must you leave so soon? I've hardly had a chance to speak to you since you've been back." Clunk! The shoe dropped in front of Nell. She picked it up and flung it through the open window. Minna zipped after it. "I'm sorry, Lady Fidelia," she said, "but I really have no choice. The longer I delay, the more likely the Imperial Wizard will appoint Owen as apprentice, and I can't let that happen." Lady Fidelia looked confused. "But you told me just a short while ago that it didn't matter which of you were chosen," she said. "What has changed your mind?" "Men," said Nell emphatically. "Meaning?" said Lady Fidelia. "Meaning that men and wizards have been running things far too long," said Nell. "I thought perhaps I could get Father to listen to reason, that maybe I could influence him to make changes. But he's turned a deaf ear to my pleas. No doubt Owen would do the same if he became Imperial Wizard. Men are a bunch of pig-headed fools, Lady Fidelia." "Hey, you're being a little tough on us, aren't you?" said a voice. Nell turned around. Minna had returned, but this time without the shoe. Instead, an imp was riding on her back. "Pym!" cried Nell delightedly. "How are you?" Minna landed on the bed, and Pym swung his splinted leg over her back and gently slid down. "Well, I thought I was doing all right until I found out I was a pig-headed fool," said Pym. Nell laughed. "You know I didn't mean you," she said. "You're not like him." "Him?" asked Pym. "Father," said Nell. "He makes me so mad, Pym. He is insensitive to the plight of folk like Miette and Gurrit. He refuses to stop hunting the Montu, and he has no plans to ally with the Hilkin." Pym shook his head. "That's not good news," he said. "The Hilkin have angered Graieconn by helping us escape. They need your father on their side now if they're going to survive." "Will you talk to Father, Pym?" Nell asked. "Maybe he'll listen to you." "I'll try," said Pym, "but I don't think he's got a lot of